Okay, so this is Mitchell Rothbart, the practical video for section one. First exercise we're going to be doing is the hip crossover stretch with palms down. So lie on your back. Bend your knees. Bring one ankle on top of your on top of the opposite knee. There you go. Stretch out your arms so they're at 90 degrees with your palms down. Perfect. Then rotate your right leg down all the way to the ground. Good. Look over to your left, and with your left knee, push it so it's kind of away from your body. And use your opposite hip muscles to do that. Good. Bring your foot all the way to the ground. There we go. Good. Yep. And push that knee away from your body. I'm going to hold that position for 1 minute. Good. Okay, so let's switch sides. So come back to the center. Bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. Bring that whole junction down to the ground. Good. Then look over to your right side. Good. Make sure your foot is flat on the ground there. There you go, and then push that knee away from your body, and feel that stretch in that that hip. Good, good. And bring your left arm just up just a little bit. There we go. Good. And we're going to hold that for 1 minute as well. Continue to breathe. Great. Okay, that's the hip crossover stretch. So this one's the crocodile. So what you're going to do is lie on your back. Good. Arms out to the sides of your shoulders, palms down. Stretch out your legs straight. Keep about a fist width between each foot. So just bring between each heel, I should say. So bring your feet up just a little more to the side. Okay. Pull your toes back. Okay. Good. What you're going to do here is place your right foot on top of your left so that your Achilles tendon is kind of right between your first and second toe. Good. Rotate your feet to your left and bring your right hip up all the way. So you're actually using that hip to rotate and then look over to your right. That's a good one. Tighten up your quads and your glutes. We're going to hold that position for 1 minute. Continue to breathe and continue to rotate that hip over as best you can. Good. Come back to center. Good. So remember to keep that little distance between your heels, about a hip width or a fist width or so. Good. So now place that toe on top, the foot on top of your hip. Now you're going to rotate to that side. Good. Pull your toes back and make sure to keep this toe straight forward. So we basically have a straight line right there, or a straight line in those feet. You see how you're kind of angled up? Yeah, you're kind of angled over. And straight and that, and just rotate through the hip. Don't think about rotating through your feet. Rotate by bringing that hip. There we go. Good. Look all the way over. Good. Nice. Hold. Breathe. Keep your glutes and your quads tight. Good. Very nice. Good. And that is the crocodile. There we go. Okay, so this is the standing windmill. So step back against the wall. Good. Heels against the wall, upper back, back of your head. Make sure your feet are perfectly straight. Good. Bring your hands back against the wall at a 90-degree angle. And what you're going to do here is rotate from your torso down to one side and then the other. So kind of, there you go. As far as you can go, keeping contact with that wall, then back up, and then to the other side. Good. Keep that contact with the wall. Keep your feet straight. We're going to go 5 times in each direction. Good. Keep those arms out to 90 degrees. There you go. Make sure that your right arm doesn't get higher than your left. Good. So we're going to go 5 times in each direction. And what you're going to do is bring your feet a little bit wider, about 1.5 feet out, a little bit more. Yeah, wider. Yeah. Then keep those feet perfectly straight. So again, look at that left foot. There you go. That's one that wants to turn. So, okay, go again. So 5 times again in each direction. Good. Make sure that body is moving as one unit. So make sure that that right arm does not want to dip down. Good. Good. One thing you're doing when you're coming down is your head is kind of staying in place. So make sure everything stays at the same angle. 90-degree angle. There we go. Good. That's it. Good. There we go. Good. Get your feet just a little bit wider now, about 2.5 feet apart. Good. And then make sure that left foot's straight ahead. It gets harder to keep them straight ahead as we go. Go again. Good. That's it. Keep everything at that nice 90-degree angle. Arms. Good. Good. Make sure all that movement is coming from the torso, not the arms, not your head. Good. So, good. And then for the last round, we're going to bring our feet back together. We're going to do it one more time, 5 in each direction. Make sure those feet are perfectly straight. Good. Bring that head over too. Don't leave your head up. There we go, just like that. Good. Everything is one unit. Good. Good. Nice. And that is the standing windmill. Okay, so this is the standing arm circles. So what you're going to do is make sure your feet are perfectly straight. Good. There you go. Bring your arms out 90 degrees, straight out to the side. What you're going to do is touch your fingertips to the pads of your kind of knuckles. Get right in there. Keep your hands straight though, so don't kind of fold over into that fist. There we go. Yep, just like that. Thumbs forward. Nice and tall. Pinch your shoulder blades down and back just a little bit, and then just make some small little circles. There we go. Yep. Good. That's it. Good. Nice. So we're going to go 40 reps in one direction, and then what you're going to do is turn your thumbs the opposite direction. Turn your thumbs the other way. Good. And then you're going to go the opposite direction. Good. Make sure those arms are staying nice and tall. Shoulder blades pinched back just a little bit. And arms even. There we go. Good. Good. Turn your right foot in slightly. The other way. There we go. That's it. Good. We're going to do 40 reps in this direction. And that's the standing arm circles. Okay, so this is the static extension position. So you're going to get on your hands and knees. Good. Make sure your hands are right under your shoulders and your knees are right under your hips to start. Now what you do is take one hand and move it about a hand length forward. Right about there. Good. And then bring the other hand to the same spot. Good. Now what you're going to do is, keeping your knees where you are, kind of angle your body so your hands are right under your shoulders. So you're going to kind of almost bring yourself forward. There you go. Good. Very nice. Hold that position. What you're going to do here is let your back arch. So kind of relax that back, your lower back. There you go. So you're getting a nice extended. Good. You're going to do that by rotating that pelvis down. There we go. Just like that. Good. And now kind of relax your shoulder blades. Let your shoulder blades kind of retract and let your head also hang down. So your whole body is just kind of hanging down in that position. Perfect. Good. Slide your upper body just a little farther forward so your hands are right under those shoulders. Good. Just let your head relax. Good. Breathe nice and deep. Good. Feel that extension through the low back, that retraction through the shoulders. Good. That's it. We're going to hold this position for 2 minutes. Good. And that is the static extension. So this is the upper spinal floor twist. So what you're going to do is lie on one side in the fetal position. Good. That's it. Make sure that your knees and your feet are together and stacked so they're completely even. Good. What you're going to do is reach your bottom arm straight out. Good. Reach your other arm over to your far side. Good. And with your bottom arm, what I want you to do is actually hold your knees together and to the floor. So if you can't actually get that, then bring your knees up a little higher. Good. There you go. Hold them together. Look at the opposite side. Good. And just reach, breathe, and relax. Good. Try to keep your knees on the floor. Keep that bottom knee on the floor. And the knees together. There we go. What we don't want to do is have those knees separate. That's it. Good. Nice. And we're going to hold that position for 1 minute and then come over to the other side. Good. Lie down in the fetal position on the other side. Yeah.
Turn so I can see.
Good. That's fine. Good. So even up your knees. There you go. That's it. Good. Really, with that hand, really hold those knees together. Kind of a strong position. If you can't get a strong hold there, then bring your knees up a little higher so you can get there, because that's a sign that you're not up quite high enough. Good. Really look over in that other direction. Good. Breathe. Hold. Good. Going to hold that position for 1 minute as well, and that is the upper spinal floor twist. Okay, so this is the assisted hip lift. So what you're going to do is put your feet up against the wall. Good. Slide in a little closer so your knees are at about a 90-degree angle. Good. There you go. Make sure both feet are pointing straight up. Good. Bring your arms out to the sides. Good. Put a little higher on your right side. There we go. Make sure those arms are even. What you're going to do is take your right ankle and kind of bring it over to your left knee. So you're kind of crossing your legs there. Good. Hold that position. Good. Make sure your hips are staying on the ground. And now push that right knee toward that wall. Good. There we go. So get a nice good stretch in that hip. Good. Breathe nice and deep. Good. We're going to hold that position for 1 minute. And then we're going to switch feet. So now bring your right foot back up against that wall. 90-degree angle in those knees. Good, that's it. And then push that left knee right toward that wall. Good, that's it. Make sure those hips stay on the ground. Don't let them come up. Good. That's it. That's the assisted hip lift. Okay, so this one is downward dog. So what you're going to do is get down on the floor, hands and knees. So your knees should be right under your hips, your hands should be right under your shoulders. There you go. What you're going to do in this position is kind of tuck your toes under and pick up your hips. Good, and get your knees up off the floor so point your butt straight to the ceiling. There we go. That's it. Good. Keep your knees straight and let those heels drop right toward that floor. And keep pushing your butt straight up to the ceiling. Try to get a little bit of an arch in that low back. Good. Keep your knees straight. That's the hard challenge there. Try to just drop those heels to the floor. Keep those legs nice and straight. Good. We're going to hold this position for 1 minute. Keep that arch in that low back a little bit. Good. Very nice. And that is the downward dog. Okay. All right, so these are the supine foot circles and point flexes. So what you're going to do is lie on the floor. Straighten both legs. Good. Bring one knee all the way back. Grab behind your knee. Good. Now with your opposite foot here, make sure that toe is pointing straight up toward the ceiling. Good. When you're grabbing behind your knee, make sure your shoulders are down on the floor. Good. And now just moving your ankle, just make some nice smooth circles. There we go. Good. That's it. We're going to go 40 in one direction. Good. And we're going to go 40 in the other direction. Good. Make sure that lower leg does not move at all, just the foot. So we don't want any movement from that knee. Looks good. And now point flexes are just back and forth. Bring that foot all the way back, bring it all the way forward, and again, keep that knee nice and steady. Good. And make sure that right foot is pointing straight up. Good, there we go. There we go. So we're going to go 40 of those as well, and then we're going to switch feet. There we go. That's it. Make sure that left foot is pointing straight up toward the ceiling. So there we go. That's it. Nice good circles there. 40 in one direction, 40 in the other direction. Again, keep that knee nice and still. Good. And back and forth. Those are the point flexes. All the way forward, all the way back. Good. Keep that knee steady. Just the foot movement. All right, good. Those are the supine foot circles and point flexes. Okay, so this one's called the air bench. So what you're going to do is back up to the wall. Good. Now slowly, keeping your feet about hip width apart, walk your feet forward and slide down the wall. But we're going to do that until you're at about a 120-degree angle in your knees. There you go, and your ankles are just slightly in front of your knees. Good. Make sure your feet are perfectly straight, so turn that left foot in a little bit. Good, a little bit more right from the toe. Actually move that, there we go, perfect, there we go. Good, your hands can either be at your side or palms up on your lap. Good, now push your low back into the wall. Good, very good. Keep breathing. We're going to hold that position for 2 minutes. Very nice, and that is the air bench.